This is one of those moments when the sun just keeps coming and going and the clouds are closing in. So I'm just being a bit careful to change what I'm painting. I'm just going to block in some of these sassafras leaves, and there'll be sassafras leaves are quite big compared to the beech myrtle. They're a jagged leaf, and they come off the branch in pairs, basically, so coming off in the same spots. Now, I don't go in and paint all the little jags, because frankly you don't see the jags unless you stop and focus in on the leaf itself. Then you go, oh yeah, there's a jag on that, but normally speaking you don't see it. But it just means that I could be a bit rough around the edges about how I put this in. So these are just going to be leaf parts that I'm going to paint onto later as I come. So I sort of want to get a sense of these particular leaves coming forward. In front of this branch, in front of all this lovely sunshine. So when the sun disappears, which is sort of coming in and out at the moment, and the clouds are coming in, and it is forecast to be cloudy within the next hour without any sun at all. This is a good activity to do, so you can sort of not waste your time as you come out, just to do some stuff which doesn't require the light. And perhaps you can come in later on and add that light. Add the highlights to these leaves later on once they're dry from the first go. Almost look like a vine. They're not a vine, but they've got similar patterns to that. There's some beautiful structural stuff in here I'll highlight later. The moment the sun's shining on it. It depends on where your sun shines. Depends on what detail you're putting in a particular area. There's a few there on that branch. So this branch that I've just painted in, coming up, and it's filling this area here with sassafras leaves. And it's just twitching up. It's really nice how that sort of does that. So this dark in front of the light will will bring the tree forward, but it also has the advantage of giving contrast to the bright, beautiful light that's in there. So when you lose your light, you get a bit disheartened. It's really difficult to find painting time here in winter in Tasmania, and it's not winter now, it's spring. It's October, but hey, it's halfway through spring. But yeah, we don't really get spring start until late September, early October. Of course, we're in the southern hemisphere and the sun's just starting to be longer in the sky down here. We don't get that lovely spring warmth and that you get on the mainland. Mainland being that big island to the north of Tasmania's Northern Island, is called Australia. Oh, sorry, we are Australia, aren't we? When you paint the myrtles in close, they just add this beautiful decorative pattern into the light. I've just found this particular brush I'm using. It's a long pointed round brush. You can see it there. And I love the long lengths. My other brushes I use are a long pointed flat brush. Pick one up so you can see. So there's a big version of it. That's a size 6. I go down to a size 2. I love that long filbert. They're pretty hard to get hold of, but I just give some beautiful light touches. You're able to paint a whole paint, so you don't have to restock your paint as quickly as you might elsewise. So I'm just using, right at the moment I'm using some Prussian blue, which is a blue of Australian bush, some Australian leaf green, just to green it up a little bit, and a little bit of cad yellow just to lighten it, and that gives me a and I'm using a classic or middle of the road medium. The painting underneath has got the mediums I've been using. It's been number 1 or a lean medium, and then a mix of lean and classic. There's a whole heap of these up here I want to paint in. You know, so don't have to be fussy. You've got to be confident in your brush stroke though, so you can't just sort of go, oh, I've got to be careful here. You do have to be careful, but you've got to have the experience practice with your brush. I've just actually spent 2 months in Europe and spent a lot of time looking into galleries at all the famous old masters paintings particular. But I did see a good range of Picassos and the modernists and the postmodernists and impressionists and a lot of secessionists. But when it comes down to it, I've always been a tonal painter, and so the masters are people I learn from most because they're using paint the similar way to I am. But I learn from all artists. I don't, just because I'm a realistic painter doesn't mean that I don't love impressionist palettes and what the modernists are doing. I love it very much. It's just, this is my unique look and space. And, now because this painting's not been worked on for a while, the area in here and in here is very matte and flat because the paint's dried really much, and that will change significantly when I put a final glaze over the top, but I don't have to put that will show up at the final stage of the painting. Don't have to reactivate that, it's basically finished. Put it on. So this shoot is actually the sassafras of here as well. And you can sort of see through this area here the light hitting that, and it's beautiful right this second. I don't know whether you can see that in the camera, but the light's hitting it again. The clouds have moved out. So when you get this dappled light or this changing light, you know, you just got to decide what you're painting and what you're not painting. And come back a little bit and look and just check. So yes, I come back and work on that one. It'll brighten itself up as I come across. I just got to decide where I'm taking these branches through. I've got one row here. There's another row comes in through here. Overlap them at the moment. Yeah, just be careful. I've put a little bit too much oil on that, and I don't want them to dribble. Now all these will get sticks, and when the light's coming from behind, you get that shine of white light on top of the leaf, and the sheen of the leaf, it changes colour often. When the light goes behind, you get these amazing greens, and that's what makes rainforest painting beautiful. You get the same effect with gum leaves, but they're not as commonly see-through. Gum leaves are an oily leaf, very much designed to give a resistance, a wax resistance, if you like, to losing moisture through them. And I just added some green into this one, so it is green, but it's a really dark green there. These will come across lighter as I go across. You sort of see that long, spiny, spindly leaf structure of the sassafras. Now this painting is going to be called Lyre, and the reason for that's pretty obvious. It's shaped like a lyre. It's even got these what look like strings coming up from this growth, this root growth that's died off. So it's quite a good name for this tree. And these are like garlands, like a garland across the tree. This branch here's probably got some in there as well, so I'll put those in. So sometimes this will go which way does the brush fall to give what you want. Probably works better upside down like that. Am I worried? No, if they're not quite there. sometimes you just have to paint the areas that you're working on and not worry about the complexity. Your eye will add complexity as it sees them coming in. I'm going to add some in from the top here. Often one of the hardest places to paint is right on the top of the canvas. And making sure that you're indicating that the tree goes further up. Gives the eye the ability to go, yep, let's keep going. Put that way a bit more. So you'll be probably seeing this on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and like and follow. I'm not posting much at the moment, so it's pretty thin on the ground. You won't see much coming through for a little while, but I've got a lot of stuff I'm going to be putting up soon. And so just be aware of that, there's more coming. Just working on these top bits again. The lyre is a celebration instrument. And of course in Australia we have the lyre bird, which is found in rainforests, but not here in Tas. I'm pretty sure we don't have it here in Tasmania, but when I was painting the rainforests of Marysville and in the dry rainforest in Sydney, yeah, I came across a lot of lyre birds. They're magnificent. Lyrebirds are very happy to trust humans. They haven't had too bad a history, I don't think. I think because they were such a stunning creature, they weren't shot for food or things like that in the early days. So they really didn't have any problems of trust of humans. And I think because as humans, when we see a lyrebird, we just stand in amazement and all, we go still, and to be able to hear a lyrebird imitate things with its call is quite amazing. It's stunning, really. And we so often when there's lyrebirds around, the humans in the bush are quiet because, hey, you get to hear those stunning sounds. Just want to work out where I am right now. Sometimes you get lost in the leaves. That's there. No, that's there. So even here I've got some leaves, but they're not that dark. So here I will put in. Okay, that's that. you can hear the birds in the forest around me. At least I hope you can. It's a rifle bird or a whip bird. It's heard there. It's actually when you hear that, it's like a two-stage. It's actually a male and a female calling. Not sure what that bird was. There's a lot of wrens around here. Fairy wrens, beautiful blue fairy wren is the male. I'm not sure what that one is. My sister is a massive twitcher, bird watcher. She doesn't necessarily know them. Doesn't live here in Tas, although she'll find me. It's one of the beauties of painting in Tasmania, well, painting plein air, not only Tasmania, is the amount of sounds of the forest. The creek's going on around me. I hope that's not drowning out my voice too much. Probably need to speak up a bit for that reason. I've got a headphone in, but hopefully he's recording this okay. I'm really pleased. I thought the light was about to go for good for the day, and it hasn't, so it's making me quite happy. Been waiting so long to get out to paint on this painting. If you have got here just by accident through whatever means you found the fact I've got this YouTube channel, check out my Facebook and my Instagram. My Instagram and Facebook both Russell McCain, or Facebook Russell McCain Art for my professional site. I'm an advantage that there's only two, not many, there's two Russell McCains in the world, and the other Russell McCain lives in Boston, and I'm a friend on Facebook with him. We chats, he loves my painting. I think he's pretty chuffed that there's another Russell McCain that's doing things. But on my Instagram channel, just in the last 6 months, it's gone a bit haywire, not haywire, good wire. Viral is what you call it. It's gone very viral, and a lot of my paintings that I've just finished, ones that are in this side here and this area, I've just gone over 1 million, 1.5 million. Views, and it's probably getting up that way. I'm not quite 1.5 million, but 1.3. That's close. So chat to me, say hi. But when you get 1 million followers, or 1 million followers, not 1 million followers, 1 million views, and we've got 70,000 followers, we'll have by the end of tonight. And when you got that many followers, it's really impossible to make a comment on everything. When I only had 300, 500 followers, 1,000 followers, anyone who wrote, I wrote back and sort of go, yeah, good conversation, stuff like that. Now, the best I can do is try and, if I find it and doesn't slip off into the Neverland somewhere, I try and do the heart, say, hey, I've seen it, I've read it, thank you very much, I appreciate the fact that you've stopped and you have responded. But if you write a little bit more, a couple of lines, and take some time, ask me questions, you know, ask me, you know, what happens or what I'm doing in a certain context. I will respond, and I will try my hardest to respond. I had someone wrote to me last night and said, or yesterday, and said, hey, I'd love to do plein air painting, but I don't know how I can carry a wet painting home. And I know the problem, I've had it for years. If it's a small painting, I just put them flat on the back seat and make sure I don't have an accident. But bigger paintings like this are a bit harder, so I did a little reel for her, an Instagram reel, to show how I did it and how I secure it, and you know, that's posted up at the moment. Of course, on YouTube you might be seeing this, you know, 5 years in the future. This painting's well and truly finished. So have a look at the date, but if you have a look at the date, you can scroll back through my Instagram page and you'll come across the recent stuff. Not recent stuff, the things I'm just referring to now. They don't disappear on Instagram, they just get lost in the age of time. I'm going to stop the film, have a bit of a cup of tea, sit down and have a look. I've been going on this, painting these sassafras leaves for a while, so we'll see how we stop. Thanks for following, by the way, and well, I might just come back around and say this. You see my mug as I say thank you for watching the video, and please subscribe, like, so you can see them come up some more. I know I have a massive amount of artists following me, so these particular paintings are for the artists too, so they can see how it's done. But yeah, I'm just so pleased that people are appreciating what I'm doing. I've been doing it for 50 years, and I hope I've got another 20 years left in me, frankly, but we'll see what happens. But thank you and bless you for following, and see you again on another video.